There's a certain kind of person who has everything they were told would make them happy. A decent job, people who care about them, a roof over their head, maybe even the relationship, the apartment, the salary they spent years working toward. From the outside, their life looks like the answer to someone else's prayer. And yet, every night around 10 p.m., they sit on the edge of their bed and feel nothing, not sad, not angry, just hollow. Like someone scooped something out of them and forgot to mention it. They scroll through old photos and try to remember what it felt like to actually want something. They look at their reflection and think, I should be happy. Why aren't I happy? And the worst part isn't the emptiness itself. It's the guilt that comes with it. Because how do you explain to anyone that your life is fine and you still feel like you're disappearing? But here's what nobody tells you. That emptiness isn't a sign that something's wrong with your life. It's a signal from a part of you that's been quietly ignored for a very long time. And if any of this sounds familiar, I need you to know, you're not ungrateful. You're not broken. There's something real happening underneath this, and it has a name. Psychologists have a term for what you're feeling. It's called anhedonia of the soul. And more broadly, it falls under what researchers call existential emptiness. It's not depression in the clinical sense. It's something quieter. It's what happens when your life is technically full, but none of it is connected to who you actually are. Think about it this way. For most of your life, you were probably handed a script. Get good grades, pick a stable career, hit the milestones, be impressive, be likable, be useful. And you followed it because following it worked. You got the things. You checked the boxes. But somewhere along the way, your inner compass, the one that used to know what you wanted, not what you were supposed to want, got quieter and quieter until you couldn't hear it anymore. So now you're standing in the middle of a life that looks right on paper, and you can't figure out why it feels like wearing someone else's coat. The emptiness isn't telling you your life is bad. It's telling you that you've been living from the outside in for so long, you forgot there was an inside. Here are 4 signs this might be what you're experiencing. Number 1. You can't remember the last time you wanted something just for yourself. Not something that would impress anyone. Not something productive. Just something you wanted, with no audience, no resume line, no Instagram post attached. If you have to think hard to come up with an answer, that's the signal. When desire goes quiet for too long, the self goes quiet with it. You're not boring. You're not empty by nature. You've just spent years filtering every want through, is this worth it? Instead of, do I actually like this? Number 2, good things happen and you feel almost nothing. You get the promotion, the compliment, the text you were hoping for, and there's a brief flicker and then nothing. You used to feel things louder than this. Psychologists call this emotional blunting, and it often shows up when someone has been performing okayness for so long that their nervous system started turning the volume down on everything, the lows and the highs. The numbness wasn't a malfunction. It was a survival strategy. Number 3, you feel lonely in rooms full of people who love you. This one is the cruelest. You're at dinner with your closest friends, and you feel further from them than when you're alone. It's not that they don't care. It's that they know the version of you that you've been performing. The agreeable one, the funny one, the one who's always doing fine. And somewhere along the way, you started to suspect that if they met the real you, the tired one, the unsure one, they wouldn't stay. So, you stay performing. And performing in a room full of love is one of the loneliest things a person can do. Number 4, you keep waiting for the feeling to come back on its own. You tell yourself it's a phase. You tell yourself, next month will be different. After this project, after this season, after this trip. You're not avoiding the feeling. You're hoping it'll resolve itself if you just keep moving. But emptiness doesn't work like that. It's not a mood that passes. It's a message that needs to be heard. And the longer you outrun it, the louder it gets. Until one ordinary Tuesday, it sits down next to you on the couch and refuses to leave. I'm not going to tell you to find your passion or chase your dreams. That advice is part of the problem. It treats emptiness like a productivity issue when it's actually a relationship issue, the relationship between you and yourself. So instead, hold on to these 3 things. Number 1, emptiness isn't the absence of feeling. It's the presence of unmet feeling. Something inside you is trying to get your attention. You don't have to fix it today. You just have to stop pretending it isn't there. Number 2, a meaningful life isn't built from big choices. It's built from small acts of honesty. The next time someone asks how you're doing, try telling the truth, even just a little more of it than usual. The next time you feel a small pull toward something, follow it for 10 minutes without justifying it. Reconnection happens in tiny moments, not grand reinventions. Number 3, you don't have to know what you want yet. You just have to stop abandoning yourself while you figure it out. The version of you that feels empty isn't the enemy. It's the part that's been waiting the longest to be listened to. Your emptiness was never proof that something is wrong with your life. It was the sound of a self that's been quiet for too long, finally tapping you on the shoulder. You don't have to blow up your life to answer it. You just have to stop walking past it. A life that looks fine on the outside and feels hollow on the inside isn't a life you have to settle for. It's an invitation to come home to yourself, slowly, gently, without needing anyone's permission. So, which of these 4 signs hit you the hardest? Let me know down in the comments. Someone else reading it might finally realize they weren't ungrateful. They were just unheard. And if there's someone in your life who keeps saying their life is fine in a voice that doesn't quite match their eyes, quietly share this video with them. They might hear the words, "You're not broken," for the very first time. And sometimes, that one sentence is all it takes. If this video made you feel a little less alone today, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. It really helps us keep making videos like this for you. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you in the next one.